I'm going to ask you to read another passage for me, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be taping this, and I'll also be writing some things down afterwards, okay? Would you read this passage about a woman physician out loud for me? And when you are finished, I'll take the passage away. Then I'll ask you to tell me about what you read and what you think of it. After that, I'll ask you some questions about the passage. Okay? You can get started.
Many people characterize medieval Europe almost exclusively as the Dark Ages. Historians, on the other hand, know that there were many bright spots, and one of the bright spots was the medical center at Salerno in southern Italy. This center had earned a worldwide reputation as the home of the first formal medical school. Contrary to all social customs, women studied and learned here side by side with men, using Greek, Arabic, and Jewish texts. One of these women was Trotula di Ruggiero, known more efficiently as the Wise Woman Doctor. Trotula's primary interest was attempting to lessen women's suffering. She did this by listening closely to what her patients had to say about their ailments. She believed that it was the doctor's responsibility to ensure the comfort of patients and to foster healing. Some practices she recommended included warm herbal baths, diets, and massages. She also advocated plenty of rest to foster positive attitudes. Not only were Trotula's practices innovative for her times, but her views challenged some very central social assumptions. For example, she believed that problems with fertility could be caused by male, not just the female, as was commonly believed. Trotula is widely credited for having written key textbooks used during her life and for many years after her death. Her most notable work, The Diseases of Women, was written for male students since information about the female body was not widely known. In many ways, Trotula was ahead of her time, especially her use of drugs to lessen the pain of childbirth. The practice illustrates her willingness to challenge the predominant religious views of her time. The church held that women were destined by God to suffer during childbirth. She is credited with performing life-saving surgeries for both infants and mothers during childbirth. Her books are recognized as pioneering two fields of study, obstetrics and gynecology. It would be wonderful to report that the social gains and opportunities for education at Salerno continued for many years to come. Unfortunately, in 1194, King Henry VI destroyed the medical school at Salerno. From that point on, women were not permitted to study medicine. In fact, they were deprived of any type of education. Those women who continued practicing healing skills through the use of herbs and oils were often persecuted as witches. Many of Trotula's books were lost, and some of her works are credited to male physicians, but most historians today accept Trotula as the author of these medical books because of the openness and frankness in which she wrote.
Thank you. You did a really good job.